Right, guys, this is our last night in Japan. We started off in this bar, and we're finishing off in this bar, really. When we first arrived here on the... What day did we arrive here? Sunday? Sunday, we flew in... no, it wasn't. No, it was Thursday. Right, so we flew in on Thursday, but because we were late arriving in on Thursday, we came down here. This is... we're in Senny's bar in Narita, who I've been friends with this guy for 30 odd years. Well, too long, really. He used to serve me drinks when I weren't allowed them. Don't say anything. But anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm sat here now with Shawnee Boy, Jace and Daryl, and we're just going to have a little bit of an interview with each of the guys about their experience. Jason's been here before, this is his third trip. Sean's never been here before and Daryl's never been here before, so we're just going to have a bit of a chat about what they thought of their first Japan trip experience. Hopefully they won't say anything bad. Daryl might. So we'll and we're just gonna have a bit of a chat and a bit of an interview and see what everybody thought. Is that too bright, mate?
Quite bright, yeah.
Are you all right with it though?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to put you in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Say why are you interviewing that boss-eyed guy? Yeah. And the interrogation.
That's it. Right. So Sean, your first pond when you lived in Ashton.
Yeah.
Right. How big was that?
2,200 gallons.
And you had, but you did it sort of like you did it like properly, improperly, if you know what I mean. You had a pump fed system at first, didn't you?
Yeah.
But then you had like a top filter, so you had the drum on there,
yeah,
and everything like that. And then, but then things changed. You bought some nice fish. You bought fish from show. You bought a couple of nice fish from the shows. You bought some fish from me.
Yeah.
We got introduced through a mutual friend, Crazy Perky. Yeah, Crazy Perky. And then you moved, didn't you?
Yeah, moved house, yeah.
Yeah, you moved house and then you built a stunning pond, really, didn't you?
Yeah,
It's been on our channel. It's the one with the wooden fronts and the sides. I'll put the link up in the channel. And then, so how big's the new pond, Sean?
So the new pond's 5,800 gallons.
And when did you finish that?
Well, so probably around about October last year.
It took longer than expected as well, didn't it?
No, August, because you put the fish in August.
Right.
Yeah.
And big shout out to Dave Berry, Northwest Ponds.
Yeah, Dave's amazing. Yeah,
did a cracking
job.
job.
Great guy, dead chilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind enough for you.
But now you were in a predicament then when you didn't really have many fish in that size pond compared to the old pond.
Yeah.
And then we spoke, didn't we, when I was out here in October, November. And I think you just wanted to come out, really, didn't you? Really,
yeah.
You didn't want to. You wanted to come and pick your own fish.
Yeah.
So, and you picked the All Japan trip, which was one of the first ones after COVID. And just tell us a little bit what was different? What was it to what your expectations were, if you know what I mean, from that first day at the All Japan show? What did you think of it?
Well, it was fantastic. I mean, you know, the old Japan was really, really interesting, and we couldn't get around all of them. It was just ridiculous.
It's overwhelming, isn't it?
The vats were overwhelming, yeah, absolutely.
750 vats.
But the everything about Japan, you know, the transport, the hotels, the people, and then obviously the fish is just, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
And you learn so much. You really start to learn how to read fish and how to choose fish and what's good and what's not so good, but there's not a lot that's not so good.
But going back to the show, seeing that many good fish in one spot, was it a good experience?
Yeah, fantastic, yeah.
So you enjoyed that, even though it was a little bit overwhelming, but you still saw the fish?
The way I saw it is we walked in and we went straight to the Grand Champion, and then we sort of like went our own ways and wandered around, and I didn't see the fish that I liked the best until probably 3 hours later.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do. But you know, your head's up and down. We went for a coffee, came back, went for a coffee, came back. and you just got to chill and enjoy it.
I think he went for a coffee and didn't come back at one stage, didn't he?
Yeah.
But then going back to the breeders, I know when we got up to the mountains, I know the first day was a little bit treacherous with the snow, but after that it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it was fine.
And we tried to stick to our guns and didn't buy anything on the first day.
Which we didn't.
We didn't.
No.
We did well, didn't we?
Yeah.
But then the second day you kind of...
All hell broke loose.
Within 5 minutes, I think it was.
I think you started it, Jay, to be honest with you. I think you started it, and then all of a sudden, just everybody just went nuts. So anyway, we went up to Shintro, and you saw two very nice kahakus.
Yes, 2 kahakus, yeah.
That you had to have some Nisai.
Yeah, well, you bowled them, and you taught me through them. And, it was a no-brainer.
And then what did we buy then? We bought a Sagi from Oscar.
Sagi, yeah.
That was nice, 2-year-old, big fish.
We knew we wanted that, so we had to take our time.
That was your wish list, wasn't it?
It was my wish list, yeah.
The Asagi. We found that.
And we walked in, and I'm not going to say what you said, but it was great, wasn't it? Yeah.
What did I say? I said, get over here, Sean.
No, he said, stop looking at his shit and get over here. I'm trying to buy cheaper and cheaper. And
Stand by that comment. I stand by it. So you got that, and then just on an unexpected random day, which was part of the video that I posted. The other day is that we stopped at Miyatora.
Yeah.
And then you just fancied 3 random fish that you were never planning on buying.
No. Well, Miyatora we went into the other side of it, and we were looking at some of the filter system and the air system.
Which is a new house.
And by the way, that's brilliant. Just to see how they do it is fantastic. And I said, I said to you, didn't I said, are they for sale? He went, no, they're all sold. But these are okay. And they were female, you could see that from the shape. And I wanted another heel service, so we just bowled a few, didn't we? And it was easy.
And then you were
we
getting
did it
3
in seconds, didn't we?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah,
you only needed 1.
No.
So, but apart from everything that we did with the fish and everything like that, have you enjoyed the trip?
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah. Was it everything you expected?
Yeah, and more.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's. Yeah. I mean.
And what about you? Enjoyed the food, didn't you?
Yeah, the food's been brilliant.
Yeah.
Shintro's was to me it was the best thing of going round to Shintro's house and having lunch was just.
We had some
phenomenal.
steaks at night and stuff like that.
There's
not much you didn't eat, really, is there?
No.
Really?
And the guys were all great. All the people were great.
So you've had a good time.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Yeah, thank you.
Right, well that's fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to move on to Jace, right, who's been with us before.
I have.
And Jason is from where?
I'm down near Stonehenge, Wiltshire.
Yeah, Wiltshire. I don't think he's a witch or anything. Do you know what I mean?
No,
But
I'm
he
not
can.
a druid or anything like that. No, definitely not.
So when did you first start? When did you first come with me?
I came with you 2018.
And we bought. I remember you bought the Tancho Showa.
Yeah.
The Kajaku.
Kajaku.
And the heel. No, you bought the heel surf from the shop afterwards, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then, so what's happened with Jason is that he's come back and he's had something in mind. I don't know whether it's just his thinking about it or whatever, but he wanted a fish to leave and grow away. He was pretty, when he first rang up about the trip, he said, Tim, I want to come over here, I want to buy a Nisai from Shintro and I want to leave it there. So I said, and so what happened?
Well, I've been in the hobby since, 94? And started off with pump feed system, 4-base filter, etc., and just evolved over the years as your knowledge grows. So, and obviously done a few trips to Japan now, and it was a case of my pond is only 1,500-1,600 gallons. So limited for space, but it was a case of I need that special fish now. I need that one to grow, get big, and fully develop properly. Because in my pond, limited space and everything else, I don't feel that. Yeah, I can get them to sort of 70 centimetres, no problem at all. but I just wanted to get that next step, if you see what I mean.
And what did you said to me before we came out? You said to me when we were in this bar last week. You gave me your budget, and that was it. And and then we went up to Shintro on the Monday or Tuesday, and then we told Saito what we wanted to spend, and then that's what he pulled up. Pulled up that fish, and it was spectacular. Really.
Yeah, and it was near enough dead on the budget.
Yeah. And it was pretty much what you was looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
And now that's going to stay here for the next
couple of
years, and then by that time, hopefully, you're going to build a new pond.
Hopefully.
If you're allowed.
If I'm allowed.
If you're allowed.
I'll just not show the missus the.
Don't let us see the video.
We know a groundwork, don't we, Jay?
Yeah, we know a groundwork, don't we, Darryl? You know what I mean? We can do all that.
And you can sort out me.
Yeah. Well, we can work on the new scheme, can't we?
On the new concrete.
Yeah, the new concrete and skin and stuff.
We can do that. But how was the show? Because I know you've been over here before in the harvest season.
I've done the
and you
harvest,
loved all
yeah,
that.
and I actually loved the harvest. And Tim went, well, you've done the harvest, what about coming to the All Japan? And yeah, the All Japan was just something, it just blew my mind.
Yeah.
The size of the fish, the quality of the fish, and it's just, the way they judge over here is totally different to the way they judge in the UK. Yeah, they will allow certain things to go, but the quality of the fish is just, it just blows your mind.
Especially all in one place
at
the same time type thing. It always blows my mind as well. But how was the mountains this time? Was it okay?
We got around quite well, considering the amount of snow, and I was just blown away by the amount of snow that, obviously, I've got friends on Facebook, for example, with Kosuke, Gensuke and everything, and they post videos, pictures, and this, that, and the other, but to actually see the amount of snow out of here, it was just unreal, it really was. But yeah, we managed to get around every single breeder, and
you've had a good trip.
Brilliant trip, and even found the key at
the key Matspa.
That's the one.
Which was you said you were going to tell your wife about that though, to be honest with you.
Well, she turned around to me actually and said, what about the orange one?
Yeah.
Because she wanted the kin one.
Oh, well, nice. Don't worry about that, we'll sort that out. We'll sort that out, won't we?
Does that mean I'm okay for another trip?
That's it, mate, that's it. Anytime you want, mate, you're always welcome, you know that. Right, so now we're going to turn around to Mr. Williams, who's here. I think he's a bit shy for the camera guys, but listen, his main objective on this trip was to get Pokemon cards for his
that's what I come for.
For his just Pokemon cards. And we managed to even sort Pokemon cards out as well, really. The what? Oh, and he's got chopsticks with names on them as well. So, what was your thoughts of the show?
It was good. I felt overwhelming, really. You sort of, when you start, you just sort of, it takes a lot to take it all in.
I think you said something to me though on that day when you said there is no such thing as perfection.
No, there's no such thing as you try chasing it.
Yeah.
And is perfection does not
exist.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't. It really
exist.
doesn't.
It's realistically, that opened my eyes where I always thought perfection, because that's what I'm like, and it doesn't. I know people think, perfection in this, but I'm talking the minor, small bits.
Tiny little things.
It doesn't. It's not out there.
And like with some of these champions and everything like that, you get a missing scale, you get a red eye, you get, I think was it the champion, the Sankey this year that won it, she had a red eye and everything like that, and people had put that down in the UK or Europe or America, and they'd be like, oh my god, it's got a red eye, let's kill it, they would, you know what I mean? It's like, oh no, you can't buy a fish with a red eye, but there it is, it's just won the All Japan Koi Show. It's the best fish in the world at the minute, and I think it was good because I always said to you, I said once you get here, you will understand it a little bit more.
But, I'm new to it all. Looking at what I see was different and better to what I expected it. Does that make sense? For myself, I've been chasing this perfection.
Yeah.
Been chasing it.
Yeah, of course. All the
I'm
time.
looking at things, you're like, that's not this, not that, not, and then I looked and I was like, okay. So, that's for me as a learning thing, which is good.
And you came over here for a shower.
Yeah.
And what did you end up buying?
I love the Sankeys. I think we got 4 Sankeys.
Yeah. Did you find your shower?
No.
No.
Didn't find the shower, no, so we ended up with...
I found one.
Yeah.
You got one at Miyatora, I think, that was it. You know what I mean? So
he was looking
I didn't want one.
for one shower. That was the plan, but
But you got three Sankeys.
I got 3 Sankeys plus the one that we.
Yeah, plus
we
the one
got.
that you already had here growing on, and then we had 2 Chagois,
2
big
Chagois,
ones.
Ginrin, Chagoy, and
How big were they?
Oza.
75 and 76
75,
from Marahiro.
And then also we.
Beautiful Ginrin
Ginrin
Benigoi.
Benigoi, which there was just seeing it, and we. Yeah.
But your pond's how big's your pond, Darryl? You've seen it all on the channel, guys. It's the North Wales one with the big window.
7,750.
So 7,750. And how many fish did you have in there before you came out?
So I've got 2 larger fish, around the 80s, and I've got 7 to 8. I think it's 7 or 8 small.
That you bought at Tozai,
yeah. At Tozai, so literally got them at like 12, 15 cm and just grown them. But yeah.
And now you've got some beefy fish going in that pond.
Yeah. I have to get a few more bags of sake, I think, for them Chagois.
I know, yeah. I think them Chagois are going to get out of house now.
Yeah.
But what, apart from the koi, what did you think of the mountains? What did you think of how it was?
Brilliant, yeah. Like I said, I think it was on the first day, the snow was like, I didn't expect it to be, you know, you think snow UK, and there it was just, you literally just could not see certain houses, could you? It was that
Different level, wasn't
yeah,
it?
as you can see on one of the pictures, shoveling snow level with Shinto's roof. It's, yeah, and the elements on the shovel.
But the breeders went too. I mean, I know you were very impressed with Dainichi.
Yeah, it was great. Dainichi's place, just mind blowing.
Yeah, just
mind blowing.
You just put your net in there and you take anything.
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
just mind blowing. You look at that place and you know, it just blows your mind. You're looking at every single pond, and it's just mind blowing.
Yeah,
you know, it's to see the scale and the size of them fish. It's for me, mind blowing.
And I mean, you also saw what you saw a big difference between other breeders to breeders.
Different breeders.
And I think a lot of people when they come to Japan, they think that every breeder is going to be absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
but it's
like
not.
That, no.
You know,
No.
it
Everyone's
really isn't.
got their own. Qualities.
I think they've all got their own niche as well, haven't they?
Yeah, it's just
where they're good at some aspects, but other varieties, for example.
it's just the actual. You can look in certain ponds, and you can tell they're the fish for you. You can just look, and you can just tell by the ponds themselves that that's the place to buy a fish. And in some places, no. This is just my personal opinion. You look at some ones, and it's just not for you. But do you know what I mean?
Like the fish Sean bought.
Yeah, just like
But you had a good trip.
It was great, yeah.
I mean, I think we said last weekend, didn't we? We said I think we'll be having a different conversation when we come back to this bar than we would, and I think everybody's learned a little bit and learned a lot about what they're doing and stuff like that. So I think it has been a good trip, and I think we've enjoyed ourselves this week, haven't we? It's always nice to get a fantastic group of customers, and we've had Mark as well, Mark Wilson from the Aquascape UK, and I mean he went crazy as well, and Charlotte. Yeah, apart from the grief that you give her, Darryl, you know what I mean? Apart
she loved
from,
it.
Yeah.
She loved it. Kept her on her toes.
But I think Mark's having an event in a few weeks. I might pop down and speak to Mark when he's down there. But he's bought some serious fish as well. I mean, crikey, we never expected what you know what I mean. And he's like buying some of the top fish and So, but I'm glad you all had a good time.
Changed his name to Shisui, hasn't he?
He's changed his name to Shisui. He does like the Shisui, but you have a reason to buying everything, John. You know what I mean? I don't.
At least we named the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Bob.
Yeah, we got Bob.
Princess Bob, yeah.
Princess Bob. But we have had a good time, haven't we, this week? And we've had Brian and the guys from America as well. We've not seen them too much, apart from when Darryl wrestled him a few times into the snow. And what's happening in October? Let's tell us.
We're going to have a bit of a wrestle. Like mud wrestling in the mud
After
pond.
we've harvested the number one pond.
After the number one pond, I'm going to dunk him in.
Yeah. And you're going to be wrestling in the mud.
Yeah, wrestling in the mud.
Yeah.
Get a bit of baby oil on, like we said, so we're slipping and sliding.
So any female viewers watching, get ready for that. because that's going to be happening.
Yes, happening.
Mankinis and waders.
Mankinis and waders. So, but yeah, it has. Let me just turn it round.